China built a train so fast it rivals air travel, and the world is only just beginning to realize what that truly means. What you're about to discover is not just another step forward in transportation, but one of the most significant leaps humanity has ever taken toward the future of mobility. Because for the first time, traveling across a country the size of a continent no longer requires boarding a plane, waiting in endless security lines, or dealing with the stress of airports. Instead, you walk into a station, and in minutes, you're riding something that feels almost unreal. It's smooth. It's silent. It's shockingly fast. And it's redefining what long-distance travel even means. China's new generation of ultra-high-speed trains are not just upgrades, they are breakthroughs. These machines combine magnetic levitation, aerodynamic reshaping, vacuum tube engineering, and some of the most advanced sensor networks in the world. They float, glide, and accelerate with such precision that passengers barely feel the speed at all. When you hear the numbers for the first time, it sounds exaggerated. But this isn't fantasy. This isn't a prototype. This is a fully functional, operational reality. Imagine getting on a train in Beijing and stepping off in Shanghai in just over 2 hours, something that used to take a full day by traditional rail and nearly 5 hours by plane when you include check-in, security screening, boarding, and taxiing. Now imagine those times being cut even further. Imagine traveling at speeds so fast that the train you're sitting in could easily outrun a commercial jetliner during takeoff. That's what this new Chinese mega project is designed to do. China's engineers have achieved something that was once believed to be impossible, making a ground vehicle compete with the sky. And they've done it by pushing the limits of physics, using magnetic levitation systems that remove friction entirely, allowing the train to float millimeters above the track. With friction gone, the only limits left are air resistance and energy supply, and China is breaking both barriers. These trains are designed with aerospace-level engineering. Their bodies are shaped like aircraft fuselages, with elongated noses that cut through the air like a blade. The latest versions even use active airflow management, tiny adjustable surfaces that function somewhat like airplane flaps, allowing the train to maintain stability at insane speeds. Sensors throughout the rails and carriages are constantly communicating, adjusting vibration, temperature, pressure, and tilt thousands of times per second. But speed alone doesn't tell the full story. The real revolution lies in what this technology does for people's lives. In a country where millions need to move between cities each day, being able to travel nearly as fast as a plane, without leaving the ground, changes everything. Commuters can suddenly live in one megacity and work in another. Businesses can expand operations across regions that once seemed too far to connect. Tourism skyrockets. Economies merge. Distances shrink. Entire industries transform. And the most shocking part? China isn't done. Engineers are already testing even faster versions, trains that enter low-pressure tunnels to remove drag, reaching speeds close to 1,000 kilometers per hour. These are speeds we used to imagine only in science fiction. Now prototypes exist, and soon, full-scale lines will follow. What's happening right now is not just about a fast train. It's about a transportation ecosystem so advanced that it may redefine how the world thinks about travel. While some countries spend decades debating whether to build a single high-speed rail line, China is building thousands of kilometers every year. It's creating a network that doesn't just move people, it moves progress. And every new upgrade widens the gap between what China is achieving and what other nations are still trying to figure out. People who've never experienced these trains often ask, does it feel dangerous? Does it feel too fast? But passengers report something surprising, how unbelievably smooth the ride is. No turbulence. No shaking. Just a quiet glide that feels more like floating than moving. Inside, you barely notice the speed. Outside, the landscape becomes a blur of color as the train cuts across the country faster than anything on wheels has a right to. What China has built is more than engineering excellence, it's a message. A message that the future of travel isn't locked in the sky. It's happening right here on the ground, with technology that will reshape international competition and global mobility. It's a demonstration of what happens when ambition meets innovation, and when a country commits fully to building the future instead of talking about it. And as nations around the world watch China's high-speed rail empire expand, one thing becomes very clear: The world is entering a new era of travel. An era where rail can outperform air. An era where the limits of speed are being rewritten. An era where the fastest, smoothest, most efficient way to travel might not require wings at all. The question now isn't whether these trains work. They do. The question is how far China will push this technology next, and how long it will take for the rest of the world to catch up. Because if China can build a train this fast today, just imagine what they'll be building tomorrow. And so, China's ultrafast trains are not just transportation, they are a vision of the world we're heading toward. A world where distance no longer controls opportunity. A world where speed is not a luxury, but a standard. A world where technology connects people in ways previous generations never imagined. Because when a train can rival air travel, when travel between megacities becomes as easy as taking a bus, when innovation moves at the speed of imagination, everything changes. This is more than national pride, more than engineering brilliance, more than breaking records. It's proof that the future isn't waiting somewhere far ahead. It's already here. China chose to build the future instead of waiting for it. And these new high-speed trains are a reminder of what's possible when a nation decides that progress has no speed limit. The world may still be debating, planning, and dreaming, but China is already doing. And if this is what they are achieving today, one thing is certain: the next leap will be even bigger. Faster. Smarter. More advanced than anything we've seen before. The race for the future of transportation has begun. And China is already miles ahead.